Hey everybody. So, from an energy standpoint, evil bad negative people creatures will use all available means to kill hurt their target and achieve victory. I feel it's wise to assume that our collective opponents will use our own pains unbalances sins against us, in addition to using their own weaknesses sicknesses. In addition to using our own weaknesses sicknesses against us, we'll also have to contend with whatever else they choose to unleash on us in their evil arsenal. But before we deal with those threats, we'll first need to deal with our own issues, just hearts unbalances sicknesses, etc. Because if we don't, I'm gonna stop making it. Well, no, because if we don't, as soon as we get within proximity of these evil peeps' weapons range, the enemy could theoretically get us to blow up our own troops friends teammates even selves, without even having to fire one round from any of their projectile weapons. This threat therefore supersedes most, if not all, threats other than WMDs, nukes, and such. But in regards to field equipment, and even with the WMDs nukes, this device could be used on the people on the people guarding in charge of the nukes operation, which puts even our most secure locked secret facilities, if location is known. This device threatens even these top secret and protected facilities. So the device I'm talking about is it goes over here. So this evil peeps weapon, device that uses our own fears against us. I've been talking about this for a while, and it's something I picked up on years ago when I started having real bad panic attacks, because I felt like, in addition to whatever else I had going on, it felt like there's literally an energy beam weapon type thing, making them even worse. Like I could feel like there was something shooting down on top of me, making this panic attack even more painful or powerful. And if you think about it, if you're outnumbered and you're dealing with a superior force, but you have the ability to infiltrate and change that force, to manipulate that force so it betrays itself and starts fighting itself and eventually killing itself, that would be a real good way to get an enemy to kill itself without you having to do shit, other than what you would need to infiltrate and manipulate that first seed. But once that first seed spreads, and it's a spread that it consumes itself, then you'd essentially destroy the enemy with just by fucking with one dude. So it's a really efficient way to go about beating a superior or an outnumber or a larger force, which is exactly what I think we're dealing with. So, again, huge security issue. Having a heavy heart is a security issue, even possibly a threat. Because again, if they have that type of a device that can turn people's hearts against themselves and those that they love, then said person could be in charge of some seriously powerful shit like nuclear weapons or bombers or whatever. There's bombs, all sorts of stuff out there. And that person could then be twisted and turned in such a way, and they could even turn multiple peoples if they wanted to, and get them to do some type of a simultaneous attack, that could devastate the whole world. I mean, something like that could literally start the literal fucking physical apocalypse. So, anywho, and again, this goes into why it's so important to have that's why your best protection is having a good and pure heart, because the better connection you have to the Most High is the more protection you're going to get. And when these weapons are used against us, I do think there's an extra amount of protection that is gifted to us. But if we haven't done much to build up that connection to the Most High, then there's not going to be that much protection. So again, that's why it's just so important in so many ways for us, for our soldiers especially, to be of pure and good hearts and to have a very good and sound understanding of what the Constitution is, and that they are the last and final and really only real security in regards to tyranny or enemy forces within and without the border, like inside corruption. Like they're the last draw. Like if the FBI and even the police forces are corrupted, if we at least know that we have the army, the military, that's in direct alignment with the Constitution and the content of the Constitution, then the American way of life will always be protected. But unfortunately, because we've let things slip and slide inside of our own military, I think very large components of our military have been infiltrated and compromised. So it's an issue, but it's one that we can change. We just got to learn from it and move on. So, all right, love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.